Alright y'all, welcome back to Combat Arms channel. So this video was a big recommendation and I was very excited to check it out. This is actually about the United Kingdom's counter-terror police force. So with the United Kingdom, definitely different from the US, the normal police don't carry firearms, so they have these specialized units to actually handle all that stuff, especially counterterrorism. So I've looked into it. I don't know if they have any specific like subdivisions for counterterrorism, like people that specialize in one thing or another. But I found a good video from ITV that sort of goes over the training aspect of it. And so I think it's Ross Kemp. I think he's basically inserting himself into their training or checking out their training. But it's really cool. I've seen maybe about 30 seconds of it so far, and it looks awesome. So if you guys aren't familiar with these dudes, they look pretty cool. So let's definitely check out this video. Definitely excited to check it out and see how they actually train.
These masked operations have been in use for over 20 years. But I'm about to witness a new type of training that until recently was the exclusive.
He's got a good voice for TV.
Special forces. I'm going to see firsthand what these armed officers are put through.
This is the first time that anyone's been granted access to see a counter-terrorist police team training.
So I'm not going to try and pause it too much, but yeah, I'll just say Ross Kemp has some awesome stuff. I have a whole lot of respect for him. He goes out with the troops and whatnot, you know, in Afghanistan and everything. He goes out in the front lines and he does these reports from there. So very awesome. It's cool to have people who have the, you know, the guts to go out and be down in the dirt with all the dudes. So I can definitely appreciate that.
This team is made up of regular police
okay,
officers
SIG rifle,
who
nice.
volunteered for the role. Their training is intense and involves an extra 14 weeks of tactical drills on top of the months of training it takes to become an armed officer. And
nice.
they're continuously
Their kit looks sick.
reassessed. I'm being taken through their tactics by Inspector Dex Manley.
So yeah, they're all volunteers, which makes sense.
Good to see you. Can you tell me what's about to take place?
Yeah, well, the guys now are doing a dynamic search. So in a counter-terrorism operation, they're going to be gaining entry quick time into the premises using explosive method of entry.
Yeah, dynamic entries are always the most fun.
Many of these officers were deployed after the Manchester attack of 2017.
Okay. So Dex, if you were on the other side of that door, what would happen to you?
So if you're on the other side of the door, you'd obviously get the shockwaves that probably knock you off your feet, Ross, but most of the charge is going back outside the premises.
So it wouldn't necessarily kill you then?
Absolutely not.
Once inside the building,
Yeah, it's a big
the team
misconception.
will use stun grenades to disorientate whoever is inside.
Oh, nice. Is that a 9-banger? I love EOTech optics. Those things are awesome.
Okay then, Ross, how about you coming inside this time and you being the hostage?
Go for it. Yeah.
You're going to go into this room now. So when the team come in, mate, they're going to make an entry in here dynamically. They're going to use stun grenades to get into the premises there or into that room.
He's gonna get hit by a stun grenade. That's fun.
You as a hostage.
I think they're using training rounds,
Takers.
like UTM rounds. Those things are pretty cool.
Depending on obviously what kind of threat they present, the hostage takers would also be dealt with or neutralised depending on the threat they're offering towards either you or the officers coming in the room. If you want to stand over in the corner, mate.
Right.
Yeah, that's some good training though. It's cool that he gets to go inside the room and get hit by the stun grenade.
It's intense doing this. I mean, I know what's about to happen. Can you imagine what, in a real hostage situation, how you'd actually feel?
Yeah, imagine getting hit by a stun grenade and you're not actually expecting it. Those rifles are sick. Okay. Nice, you did a little door check too? Yeah, you always want to control them as violently and as, you know, as loud as you can, so they just automatically listen to you.
Whether you're a hostage or a hostage taker, you're going to be on the back foot straight away. The blinding light, the extremely loud bangs disorientates you. When you join
To say the least, yeah.
Did you, in your wildest dreams, think that one day you'd be carrying a carbine, throwing flashbangs, doing explosive entry?
Not at all. You know, I mean, 27 years now I've been in the job,
And if I think back now, to
That's a
when I first
long
started
time.
looking a beat, it's a million miles away from where I am
Hmm.
now.
I think at the end of the day, we volunteered for this. We know that we're moving away from normal policing.
That dude is tall as hell.
We take that on.
There'll be some people watching this that will say, look, policemen shouldn't be doing this. This is the role of the military. How would you argue against that?
Yeah, this is quite a high-end tactic that you've seen us do, but the very next day we could be dealing with relatively low-level gun crime, and we go into places that have got plenty of innocent people in there, friends, families, associates, and we still need those policing skills.
Yeah, you have much better control with police than you would with the military, I'll say that.
It's not always at that level.
Much less invasive, I can definitely
in
say
today's
that for a
climate,
fact.
this elite group of firearms officers are essential.
That was awesome. Yeah, so like he was saying, obviously when you're talking about the U.S., every cop has a firearm pretty much, and a lot of them have rifles and shotguns in their actual patrol cars, and then you have SWAT. Pretty much every county in the state has SWAT, so each state will have multiple SWAT teams. So with this, it's a little bit different. Obviously, the United States is much bigger than the United Kingdom, and you have a lot. It's a lot easier to actually access a firearm and whatnot. So it's definitely more pertinent for the U.S. to have more police forces that are more militarized, as people would say. But it's definitely crucial, especially when you're talking about counterterrorism and being so close and co-located with Europe and having this exposure. The UK is not part of the European Union anymore, but even still, when you did have that exposure, it opened up a lot of opportunities for terrorism. And even now, it still makes it a little bit easier. Now, with their gun laws being how they are, obviously normal police don't necessarily need to carry firearms, which is awesome. You just reduce the risk of people getting hurt unnecessarily. But you definitely need these sort of police units, because if you have a terrorist act or what have you, and the military just gets involved, it gets very invasive. It's pretty much it's going to be full lockdown, full control from the military, and it definitely gets a lot messier when you have police who actually care about taking down the threats and taking care of the people a little bit more so than the military would actually focus on. The military would be focusing pretty much just on removing the threat and securing the area and whatnot. It's definitely better to have a specialized police unit. And when you have a unit made out of volunteers, it's going to be people who actually care about it, people who care about using their weapons with discretion. So I can definitely appreciate what he was saying. It's definitely a good thing to have, at least as a backup. Obviously, hopefully they're not used too much, but it's definitely something to have around. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, as the saying goes. But yeah, this is an awesome recommendation. They have a few videos with the counter-terror police units, so if you guys want me to react to a few more of those, I'm definitely for it. I want to check it out right now, but I'll hold off if you guys want me to react to those. But yeah, very cool, awesome recommendation. I didn't really know. I knew the UK had these units, but I didn't really know specifically how they trained or what have you. So very cool. I definitely appreciate this recommendation. If you guys liked the video, definitely feel free to hit the like button, comment, let me know what you think, and definitely consider subscribing. So yeah, you can follow along and hit that bell so you know when I upload more videos. But that is it for this video, so I will see you all in the next one.